Seed starting day. I got these for my herbs when I plant those. Those won't be planted for another little while still, but I still have 2 of these for my tomatoes. So I'm gonna finish using up these trays for each of my tomatoes. So let's go ahead and get started with planting those. Popsicle sticks, seeds. So I have 2 different types of aromas, San Marzano and beefsteak. Seed starting mix. It is our 1-year wedding anniversary today, and we are weathering the storm because it is March 15th and we have a blizzard right now outside. So this feels very counterintuitive. Weird to be starting my seeds when we've got like 12 inches of snow. We actually had like 18 inches of snow predicted. I think we're only gonna get probably 8 to 12, but still a lot of snow and not necessarily what feels like spring. But today's the day to be planting my tomatoes, so that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to, so far I have planted my red onions and a couple different varieties of peppers. So now we're on to tomatoes. I am trying to like still be productive this weekend, even though we're literally cooped up inside. Plenty of spring cleaning things we could do, even if it doesn't feel very much like spring, but it's just prepping us for when it is nice outside. So I'm starting my different tomato plants, and then I'm gonna share with you just kind of some things that we're doing this weekend, just while we hunker inside a little bit. It's funny, I'm part of my Facebook like community group page, and a lot of people were saying like the local Walmart was like crazy yesterday, knowing that this blizzard's coming in, and it just got me thinking like, man, this is why I want to be in this homesteading world where I don't feel like I need to panic anytime there's some type of, disaster. It's not to say that I don't rely on grocery stores at all, because I do. And I don't need to I'm not somebody who's gonna mass stock my place for years on end, but definitely like to be prepared in some ways. So I've just been thinking about a lot of that. So it's like, this is why I kind of do this lifestyle, so that I can be prepared and I don't have to rely on, if I wasn't able to make it to a grocery store for a few days, I'd be fine. It's very hard to not make a huge mess, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna I have 6 rows total available. So I'm gonna do 1 row of just the beefsteak, and then I'm gonna do 2 rows of San Marzano if I have enough seeds, and then I'll probably split. I have aroma and the Martino aroma.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Okay, these ones are done. So I have regular aromas and then a different variety of aromas. A little bit of topsoil that's a little bit drier on top. Now moving on to the next grouping. It's time to do San Marzanos and then beefsteak. I'm going to plan to do 2 rows of San Marzanos and then 1 row of beefsteak. Okay, and then just one row of beefsteak, mostly because like I won't really use beefsteak very often. I mean, I can totally mix them into different things, but I just don't foresee myself using them just like on sandwiches very frequently. But I still wanted to have some. So this might be one of the few seed packets I have left over for next year. I accidentally did a little bit too much when I was mixing this up. So just make sure I don't waste very much of it. So these are ready to go on the shelf. I do have these lights over here that can stand on their own, so I will put that on top to like go up and over. Hi, Biscuit. So I have a funny backstory about Biscuit here. She's cooped up in our like laundry guest bath area because this is Brian's parents' cat. She actually showed up on our property that it's just our land that we have last year in May, and she was a stray kitten. Turns out, you can see her clipped ear. A humane society actually had captured her and then clipped her ear after they spayed her and then released her back. I don't know how she got to where where the piece of property is, because it is acres upon acres. She traveled a long ways. She was in rough shape. She had like a scratched eye, which it's permanently scratched, so her one eye's a little bit squinty, but she is the most loving cat. She's a typical, just loves to play, wants to be pet all the time. She's a really good cat. The reason why we didn't keep her is because we have Millie, and Millie is so bad with other animals. And Millie actually Millie has lived with another cat. She's lived with another dog. She doesn't love dogs, but she'll tolerate them. She's not like mean to them. Sometimes she'll hiss, but then she just basically runs away. Other cats, she's just so funny. You're gonna jump all that way? When Biscuit first came to the land, we brought her into the vet because Brian's parents were out of country on a vacation, and so they wanted to keep her because their cat had recently died. And so we brought Biscuit in, took her to the vet, took care of her while we waited for them to come home, and we were in our townhouse at that time that we were renting. So we had to keep her in our garage because Millie was like losing hair. She was so stressed. She just does not like other cats. She's lived with one other before, but for some reason, like now that she's gotten older and she's been more of an only cat for the last few years, she just can't handle other cats. So we knew Millie was not going to be a fan of this. So we were planning to keep her in this room or in the garage, just having her for the week, because his parents are on vacation again, but I guess I didn't really explain that either. I'm just all over the place, but anyway, yeah. So we have another cat for the weekend, or the week, I should say. I love her. She's a great cat, but the only problem is our cat is a pain in the butt. She's been so good though, because she's been stuck in this room for a couple days now, and we come in and check on her every few hours, but she's so quiet. She doesn't really meow. She just is chilling. She wants some pets, and she's happy when we come in to pet her, but otherwise, she's just been so good. So I'm not sure if I've talked about one of these on my channel or not yet, but I'm about to put you onto something. If you have never heard of it before, you will thank me later. I got this steam cleaner. I think it was for our wedding, so about a year ago. This thing is incredible. I'm pretty sure I saw another influencer probably talk about this. There's so many different varieties out there. I don't know if this exact one's still sold. I got my mother-in-law one of these because if you want to clean and you want something that's maybe a little bit lower tox, so a little less chemicals used. This thing basically is like a pressure washer, but a smaller form of it. So it just heats up water. You probably technically should use distilled water. I just use regular water. And you plug it in, it pressurizes, and then you can use different attachments. I just cleaned our shower. This is one of the things on my to-do list for spring cleaning. The reality is our shower, this house is like 30 years old. I don't think this shower has ever been replaced. This is about as clean as it's gonna get. However, it looks so good. The shower, we'll end up replacing it sometime soon. Like the goal is to not have the shower door forever. We want to completely kind of redo this part of our bathroom. Now, I mean, it is incredible. They have different attachments that it comes with. So like this can kind of show you. I've never used it on the toilet before, but that looks genius. I just got this glass attachment one that I just put on and used that for the first time. Holy crap, that was incredible. It like steamed the whole wall of this shower door, and then I just took a towel and wiped it afterwards. It was the easiest thing, no scrubbing. It just gets most of the gunk off just from the steam. And then I was like using it. Now I know you have to be careful because if you have like real wood and stuff, and also your tile grout, but I was using it kind of on the floor and around the toilet. It's so hard for me to get around the toilet here. Oh my gosh, this just got it up so easily. So this is my new favorite attachment. I often will use like just this attachment because this one will just, it's a harder stream. This has like kind of like a crevice in here, you know, in a windowsill. Any gunk, which I need to do that this spring, any gunk in there, this immediately cleans it out. Way easier than just doing a bunch of like spray in there and then trying to wipe it. You'll probably get more use out of this out of any other cleaning device because this is so multi-use. It's hot, so it's killing germs, but it's also, there's no chemicals to it. I just love this. I just needed to share. I didn't feel like filming me cleaning this, but if I end up cleaning something in the future with this, 10 out of 10. We'll try and show you again because man, this. So I'm getting a little bit of much needed fresh air because it may not look like it right now, but we are about to get a massive blizzard. One that's, right now they're predicting like up to 18 inches of snow. It is a Saturday afternoon right now and it was like crap, I forgot to mail out a letter. Walk into the mailbox because we may be snowed in for a few days. So we're gonna be weathering the storm together. I have some spring cleaning, which feels ironic, but some spring cleaning I wanna do. So I'm gonna do some of that. I got sucked into a TV show for half of the day today. So we're gonna do some spring cleaning and get some things done. And then I'll take you along with how I kind of prep for things like this. So. things that I have learned while doing this is, one, I will definitely try to keep up on at least just wiping down the shelves in there. I touched it and we moved like 4 months ago now, so it was definitely overdue. The previous owners definitely did not ever clean their fridge, but feels good now. Much better. Not perfect, but much better. Honestly, like the door was fine. It was mostly just the shelves and underneath when everything just spills back and collects. But it looks beautiful. This lighting looks so moody. It's because it's so moody outside today. It is about 4 o'clock. I think the snow is gonna start around 7. Basically calm before the storm, like what am I gonna do? However, one thing that I actually got into last year was scrapbooking. My best friend Savannah, who has been in many YouTube videos of mine over the years, she has been like a high school friend. She spent so much time at my house in high school, kind of growing up together. We did plenty of beauty videos. If you guys were around for the car vlogs, she was in those videos. So she got married this past October, and I decided to do a homemade scrapbook for her of just like the entire experience leading up to the wedding. So basically from the moment she got engaged, because I was there with Brian, we were able to capture, you know, some pictures of that. We were involved basically the entire process. I was her maid of honor. It was very fun. So I ended up doing a scrapbook for her of just like from the day she got engaged, you know, picking out the dress, her bachelorette trip, her bridal showers, different things like that. Some of the wedding, like the night before. So like in the hotel, me and our other friend Savannah got together in the hotel room and like finished scrapbooking with some of the pictures that we had taken like at the rehearsal dinner, like the groom's dinner. So it was super fun. I will try to insert a few pictures here without sharing too much of Savannah's stuff, but I surprised her with it, so she didn't have any idea I was doing that. And I spent a long time making that over the summer. I had just spaced it out, you know, between different evenings and things, but I had so much fun doing it that I was like, I kind of want to do one for my own wedding. And my photographer actually printed like an actual like photo book of our actual wedding. We did also have like a celebration in June where we invited most of our family and friends to do all the fun celebration stuff for that. So that's the scrapbook I want to put together because I have so many fun photos of that day. And so I think, you know, I had this afternoon, I did some cleaning here. I've cleaned our master shower and our fridge today. So I feel like I've checked off 2 spring cleaning things that I can reward myself by doing some scrapbooking. It's either that or reading, but I read every night. So I'm thinking I might do some scrapbooking right now. Anyway, all that to say, I am gonna whip out some scrapbooking material. So maybe I'll film a little bit of that. I'm just going to show you some of the things I have. So this is a scrapbook that I got from Amazon. I think it was $10, so it's a smaller version, but I kind of like that. I decided to invest in a photo printer. I want to say this was 150 bucks, maybe. It was super slick. It connects to your phone through, I think it's Wi-Fi. So all you do is you take this off, and then you like pull this thing off, and then you can slide it in like this. There's some paper cartridges in there, so it prints on like a 4x6 photo card. Prints right here directly from that. Paper cutter at Walmart, definitely a necessity if you want straight lines. This is one of those things where I feel like I need one that's bigger, so I can fit these bigger sheets of paper in it. I know you can buy them bigger on Walmart too. Or I mean on Amazon, I'm sure Walmart has them too. Stickers are from Walmart. I honestly don't know where this paper is from. I've had this forever, but this is just plain colored paper. And then these I all get from Walmart. These are incredible. They're like $5 to $10 depending on when you buy them. Just basic, you know, paper. Used them as background on these sheets here. So they're super fun. I got a bunch of different ones, a lot of wedding theme, but I even bought like a baby girl one that had some more pink stuff in it. And this one is just a cozy cottage vibe. And this one was black and white. So I also got this vinyl sticker paper. I don't have a Cricut, so this is me doing it cheaply. I just don't think it's worth investing in a Cricut for me. I just don't think I'm gonna do this enough. I enjoy it, but I have a ton of other hobbies, clearly. It's maybe like a winter hobby of mine, but honestly, until I have kids, I may get into it more, and I may try to do like once a year or something, or like a vacation or something for our kids to flip through. Who knows if I'll even have time for that. So this is my solution. I put this in my normal printer and it prints out on this vinyl paper, which then I can cut. So I use stickers from like Canva and different applications like that, even Google. You just find different designs and you put it on and it print it like it is a normal piece of paper, except for it's on sticker paper. And then you can just cut around it and peel. It obviously is not as easy as a Cricut because a Cricut would cut it out for you. So I try to not get super intricate designs, but this is way better than having to like print a normal piece of paper and glue it and all that stuff. This has the rest of my materials. To be honest, I found that Elmer's glue was just the easiest. I started off with this tape runner stuff, which a lot of scrapbookers use, but I went through it way too quickly and I felt like the Elmer's glue actually stuck better just overall. So I used that. I have some pens and if I wanted to write, but that was mostly it. I think some washi tape that I have had for seriously years, probably since I was in like middle school. So I was just trying to use some of that up. The biggest thing I learned with scrapbooking, the key is make it as messy looking as you can and it will look even cuter. I felt when I started a project, I started one that I didn't like. I bought a book that I wasn't a fan of. It like had like a clear protective cover that went over the actual paper, but it had a sticky back. So like it didn't work very well for like what I wanted. If I was just gonna put like pictures on it, it'd be one thing. But because I wanted the actual scrapbooking look, it didn't work for what I was going for. So I started over again, but that was a good trial for me because I was going too sparse. And I think the key to making scrapbooking look really cute is you just make it really messy and you just make it fun. You just add a bunch of stickers to it, just keep adding stickers, write in it, and just do different things. So right now, I'm gonna go through my photos that I have and start printing them on my printer here. So then I at least have pictures to work with and then kind of can figure out a layout for what I want. One thing that was helpful for me when I was planning out my other scrapbook, because I wanted it more orderly, I had sticky notes or post-it notes and I would just stick them on the pages of like, okay, this is gonna be engagement pictures. This is gonna be when she found her dress. This is gonna be, you know, the bridal shower. And it helped me. So then if I needed to move something, I could just flip a page and restick it. It wasn't like ruining the book. So I thought that worked well. I'll have to go back and look because I took a video of it all so I could remember it. But yeah, it was really fun. So I want to do all that again. definitely gotten darker. I need to turn the light on. The lighting in this house, especially in this area, is so bad. 6:40, you may be able to tell the snow has started. It's probably been going for about an hour now. We're not quite at an inch, but we're probably getting close to an inch. I've literally spent this entire time that I've been here printing a bunch of pictures. I was running into issues with my printer. I had just been sending it via Wi-Fi from my Photos app. It printed about 6 maybe, and it all of a sudden just stopped working for some reason. So I downloaded the app for this, and it worked a lot better. I don't need more apps on my phone, but you know what? I haven't had an issue since I downloaded it. So it's been popping them out pretty quick, which has been nice. I think what I want to do is have all of my pictures printed because it's just going to be easier for me to lay it out. Granted, this book is very small if I compare it to like a photo. Like I could do maybe 2 pictures, like stacking them, but I do also like kind of cut around them. So I don't just put like the rectangular photo and everything and just slap it on. Like I do try to cut around it and different things, but so I think I'm just gonna keep printing a lot of it tonight. That's probably all I'll get to tonight. And then drinking some tea. I did crack an Olipop earlier. I have had some in the past, and every time I drink them, they tend to affect me to some degree. This time, I don't know what it was, but man, I don't think I can drink one for a while. And I like them. I think they taste good. My stomach was cramping so bad, so I had to take a quick break. When I was looking it up with Olipop, I was like, why is this bothering me so much? It's because of the chicory root, I think is how you say it. And there's one other ingredient in there that are technically on the FODMAP diet where you should avoid those foods, which is so interesting. So I never looked at that. So I have a feeling that's what it is. I'm also like, don't eat enough fiber. And I didn't even drink the whole can. Fiber is really good for you and we don't get enough of it in our diet. But man, is it hard when a lot of the fiber foods that I eat, like give me straight up stomach cramps that I cannot do it. That was it. I know you didn't ask for that, but that's where I've been. So this has taken me a little bit longer because it caught up to me. I also had dinner and stuff. I'm not gonna film all of this because I just got started, but this is the first page. I did it yesterday. And I plan to work on it some more tonight because I have some time tonight to work on it. So that is all. I can link down below some of my favorite products. I actually just saw somebody that I follow on Instagram post about this photo printer as well. So I thought it was funny because I was like, I seriously love this thing. I'm gonna order more of the photo paper for it because it's getting low. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of weekend vlog, hanging out with me, weathering the storm. We made it through. The snow has definitely been cleared off, so we were able, I think the roads are okay now. We still haven't ventured out yet, but they appear to be much better. At least it was warm enough where I think the plows were able to get through pretty easily, which was great. And let's hope that this is the last snow of the year because we've got about a foot out there and I'm ready to see green grass. So say hi, Meal. Thanks so much for watching and I hope you'll subscribe and stick around if you are new. I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.